I know you. I know who you are and that you are beginning to develop this other sense about the way life could actually be lived and the way that you could actually experience your life and the way that you interact with others and the way that you show up in your power and the way that you can hold steadfast and not be affected by all the ailments, being in reactive mode and response mode and managing your life all the time, but rather how you can step into controlling your life, being the lead in your life. And you're getting these realizations about who you really are. You're getting these ahas about what and how life really is. But as soon as you have this aha and you have this revelation about what could be and who you really are, how you can actually show up in a scene or hold your power, these things are starting to come to you in your journey, in your personal development work. It's inevitable. You are starting to encounter these knowings, which is beautiful. Now, what happens though is that as soon as you have this aha and recognition, and you want to show up as that, become that in the world in which you live in, it's like you buckle. You buckle under the desire because out there, it's like a battlefield. The way that society is, the way that the operations are so extremely set in their ways or so incredibly powerful in the pattern, in the energy that already exists there, that what happens is you're not sure how to actually show up in it because that force field is so much stronger than who you have known to become or how to actually exercise this aha, this revelation about life that you have. How do you actually insert yourself, change the scene? How do you hold yourself steady in this new knowing? Because that force field out there is so incredibly strong. And so we recoil. You first step and then you end up recoiling back into what was, because your force field, your energy and what you now know or what you recognize is not stronger or confident as the field in which you are going back out into. And so you end up feeling lost, confused, and possibly frustrated that you want a new way. You think you know something now that will help, but you can't actually move forward with it. And so you find yourself back in the old place that is extremely uncomfortable or is extremely frustrating because your heart and your soul is wanting you to go this new direction, but you can't actually convert, right? You can't actually change the scene. You can't hold steady or be consistent in the way you know how to be. For example, in your relationship, the pattern of your relationship, that dynamic is so strong and has been so ingrained, right, in the existence of its own, that you have to be stronger than the dynamic itself in order to see that change, in order for your partner to begin to respond to the new way that you know is possible or in the new you that you are wanting to be. So I know that going into this place, this new operation, or implementing this new recognition about life that you have can feel daunting. It can be scary. It can be intimidating. And so I am holding this container for you, for other women, possibly men, but most definitely for the women who are getting this consciousness, are understanding new ways and new things about themselves, but haven't actually been given that space to really fully become it so that she can hold her energy in it and be so much stronger, be a stronger force field that begins to shapeshift the experiences that she has out there as she goes out into what I am seeing as this battlefield. So this place is called CHRYSALIS. This is where you actually get to become her. This is where you have this cocoon to really transform and not make it just a temporary realization about yourself when you go out and attempt to be it and then it doesn't happen, you can't be it. But that you can actually be in this space, be held, be supported, practice being her, being in a space with other women who are also using the same language, who are also understanding and desiring the same things as you. But that with me as your guide, I can invite you into this place that feels it is the dark, that it is this unfamiliar dark room that you're not sure how to navigate. But I invite you into this dark room. I hold you and I say, come here. Let me show you around. Let me allow this space for you so you can get comfortable here, that you can understand this here, that you can become relaxed here, and that you can become familiar with this new this new recognition, actually embody the energy that's required here and practice it. Let's harness it in, number one, and let's make it this everlasting change of you, and that you feel so strongly in it, that's so confident in it, and that we've gotten rid of essentially the hooks that are on you from fully becoming who it is that you know, your heart and soul knows for you to be. What you are in your highest expression, who you truly are and the power that you are. Let's curate that space. I'm going to hold that space for you. I'm going to hold you in a safe container to really get to know her and to really get to know the practice of it here. We're going to talk about how you can be in this dog-eat-dog world, out in the battlefield with you holding yourself strong and steady. We're going to talk about those experiences, those dynamics that you enter, and how do I hold myself steady? How do I respond? How can I feel that I'm on the right track despite all the things that are aiming and firing away at me? How can you really go out there and become who it is that you're getting these sensations and ahas about? Yes, who you truly are at the core. And yes, how truly we can hold experiences in a more empowered way for one another. How really truly can you be in your powerful feminine and your powerful masculine and be able to show up there so that your partner begins to respond now in their empowered masculine and feminine. How truly can you create that harmony and that deeper connection and that ease and flow, and for you having that inner peace and joy in life as you go out there stepping out in a new way. Because yes, society, our programming has been so deeply ingrained that it's going to take more than you just having this aha that you had in your last program, or this realization about what life really is that you got a glimpse of in your meditation or in your dream. Yes, these things are real. Yes, you're getting these sparks of inspiration and knowings for a reason, but it now requires you to become a stronger energy in it and to practice it and truly release the hooks that you have in your operation so that you can go back out there in this new way. And we as women can really begin to shape shift and be the leaders in the new way that we can experience life. We are the evolution of a new way, and you are evolving into your more empowered self. And I truly believe that this container is what is necessary for us to really, really know it, to really know on this deep cellular level that what you've got glimpses of is really possible, that it really is the new way, that you really are that power. And together in this space that we share that same belief and that we share our life experiences so that we can learn from one another and how to actually show up in this new way in the reality and what we really face in the day-to-day, in the conversations and the engagements that we have with our lovers, with our family members. How do you actually be it when we have been conditioned to be something else, or our wounds are so deep, or that the illusions and storylines that we have allowed ourselves to buy into? How do we remove those masks, those filters, and really truly become it so that we can then go out there and enter as it and really shape shift our experiences? So I welcome you. I invite you into this dark room. It does feel dark because it's unfamiliar. It's a little scary because it definitely is not that battlefield out there. That battlefield is what we're so used to. We just go out and we show up with our armor and we know how to react and hold ourselves strong. But that is not really what our soul is calling us to do anymore. And so I invite you into this space that is going to feel like you're walking in the dark, but I am going to show you around there. I am going to hold your hand and I'm going to show you everything in this room. I'm going to teach you how to actually hold yourself true and how you become her. And with practice, you gain that confidence and that peace about who you are so that you can truly then go back out into the world and exercise it, be it. This container is your cocoon. It's a cocoon for hundreds of women who are ready for something new, to really be held to their highest level, that we see each other in our empowered selves, that we speak this language, that we guide and offer advice and lead one another with. This is our practice. Everything that we do here and we see here and we advise around is in you being in this empowered place, being this empowered version of you, in the most empowered version of you. And that we all speak this language, and that is how you are treated, that is how you are seen, and that is how we lift you up in you being in this highest expression of yourself. That I will hold this space for you. I will hold you to it, and I will hold your hand as you become it, so that you eventually gain the confidence and trust in yourself. But until you have it, I have it for you. I see you as that. I know what is possible. I know what it takes. I know what illusions and storylines and etc. that I can reveal to you so that you can actually unhook yourself. And how beautiful it will be to have other women in this cocoon, that everyone is transforming here as you transform, and that we witness each other go back out into the world, back out into the battlefield, and see their environments begin to shift, to begin to transform and mold around them on what they are calling and what they lead and what they now can control in their life, and really are leading this evolution, that we see each other going out and being it as these environments shift, instead of in typical groups or in typical spaces, people just go out there and then they disappear, they disintegrate, or they buckle under themselves. That is not going to be the case here. This is different. This is a vision that I've got, and this is a place that I am holding so much energy and belief behind, that this is what is needed. This is a space that we must have so that we can become what it is that you are getting glimpses, getting ahas and recognitions about. To be in a place that actually allows you to fully evolve into it before you go out there and get shot down, or before the naysayers have you believe the false that you fall back into, or that you buckle under because your energy force is not as strong as theirs, or that program out there is stronger and more ingrained than the new program that you are believing is possible for yourself, and it is. And so here in this place, you will become. We also will go beneath the surface to know really what it takes and how you literally transform yourself so that you can go out and be it. This place is called CHRYSALIS. This is a sacred container for women who are ready for the new experience, to become the experience. And I am so excited and convicted that this is going to be one of the most potent and powerful places for women to be in 2020. It is here. And I am so ready to stand here strong, welcoming you into this place that feels unfamiliar, that feels like the dark to you. But soon, it will not be. This will be your safe container. You feel relaxed in, that you feel yourself as your truest self the most in, that on the deep cellular level at your core, that you see really who you are. And this space allows you to really become it. I will attach details to this so you know exactly how to come into this sacred space, into your cocoon, into this cocoon of others who are ready for something that really allows them to evolve and to evolve the environments, the time and space around them. This is going to be incredible. This is actually where you will feel the truth of who you are, that you will stand so strong in the knowing of who you are, that there is nothing now that will deter you or have you wavering or question. You will know exactly what to do. You will know exactly what to say. You know exactly the energy that you embody and what those ripple effects are doing in the world around you. Woo! Much love, and so excited to have you join us.